Hello, my name is Visor, and welcome to a test run of Dying Light. Obviously, I am not dead, though I have been distracted by work, as well as a bunch of other changes that were going on. One of the things I had to deal with was YouTube's change to 60 FPS. Honestly, 720p 60 FPS doesn't make me happy. So, switch out my hardware, got a new workflow in place, so I can actually do 1080p 60 FPS now. Really happy about that. My next project was supposed to be Saints Row 4. Well, it still is, but there's a lot of prep work that has to be done. Plus, there's a bunch of other stuff I need to do for my channel. I was working on a project to sort of auto-annotate. I think I have all the pieces in place, but haven't had a chance to put it all together yet. So, for now, I'm just gonna test out my process and do a test run of Dying Light. Though, to be fair, I've actually already completed the game. Though, to be extra fair, you don't actually want me to show off the storyline, I don't think. It's really something you want to experience for yourself first, so if you get a chance, totally do that. It is pretty fucking fantastic. So, since I said at the end of the game, there's a lot of side missions still, and probably show off a few of them, but fundamentally, I just want you to sort of sell you on the game because it is an awesome game. By far, it is probably my favorite open world game at the moment. It used to be Saints Row 2, which is kind of weird. I don't think I profess my love of that game enough, but this is just such a phenomenal game. It sort of reminds me of a mixture of Far Cry 3 with Mirror's Edge. I mean, the parkour is... I mean, you can do a lot of the same thing. Let me find a good edge to show it off. It's not quite as fluid, because you have to unlock stuff. But overall, it feels pretty fantastic. Pretty much anything that you think you can grab onto, you can, which I find to be rather important. And you can do sort of this... the sort of 360... Not 360, the 180. You jump on a surface, turn around, and jump to the other way. Mirror's Edge, but it's not as convenient. Also, you might have noticed I just used a grappling hook. Yeah, I have a goddamn grappling hook, and it is awesome. Now, there are a bit of zombies around, and most of them are fairly simple zombies to deal with. They're kind of dumb. They'll fall down. And along the way, of course, you'll unlock more stuff to make dealing with them easier. For example, that tackle I keep doing. That was a skill I had to unlock. Crushing their head was also something I had to unlock. Admittedly, the biggest problem in this game is usually not the zombies, but more so the people, like these assholes here. Totally bandits. Of course, I finished the game, so they're fairly easy to deal with. Now, the creator of this game is Techland. They also made Dead Island. And I'll admit, I've actually never played Dead Island. I don't need to unlock this right now. Nope, nope. God damn it. I was trying to get the Kopesh, but it doesn't seem to... It's positioned in a weird way that I can't get it, which is unfortunate. There we go. I don't really need the Kopesh, but it'd be cool to have. I'll probably sell it. In the game, there is lockpicking to get resources. I guess, from what I heard, it's very much the Obsidian, Skyrim type of lockpicking. Never played Skyrim, personally. I'm not really into fantasy. Like, I don't know, elves and bleh. Give me guns and lasers. That usually makes me happy. Anyway, around the place there are... What is that sound? Oh, that's his body getting crushed by the thing opening. Anyway, so there are, of course, a lot of humans. They're mostly bandits. Luckily, those we fought didn't have guns, but you can have guns in Dying Light. Generally, though, you don't want to use a gun because they usually attract zombies. Now, the normal type of zombies you see that I'm completely fucking over, they're not that big of a deal. However, there are other types that can completely ruin your day. Like the virals, which can climb and jump just like you can, which means they can pretty much get you from anywhere. Oh, dropkick, also something you unlock. Fundamentally not that useful, but kind of hilarious. I am a little disappointed with the gunplay. Unlike Far Cry 3, you don't sort of auto-hide behind cover right. You sort of stick out. Reminds me, I guess, sort of Counter-Strike, basically. Which, you know, it's okay. I kind of wish the gunplay was a little smoother, but fundamentally, it's not an important part of the game. The parkour is far more important, as well as the melee combat. Now, I gotta say, Dying Light, I play the PC version, but there's certain aspects of it that reminds me of consoles, like the way you select your weapons. By default, you don't have like a 1, 2, 3, 4 key to switch. You have to trigger this stuff, or you can toggle between weapons. I mean, from my point of view, this is clearly a D-pad on some sort of controller. And there's a lot of enemies here. What's going on over here? See all those, Oh yeah, that's a lot of dudes. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that. Now, if if you notice on the minimap, there's totally something on the side, this little blue thing. This is sort of like the Far Cry 3 where you had to rescue random people. Clearly that guy's kicking their ass. And I mean, I could use a gun, but again, that'll attract zombies. Plus, so I prefer to just throw things in his head. And it actually sticks in his head. Look, there's totally the sword I threw at his face. By the way,
what we were done for. Thank you.
So he gave me a weapon upgrade. Sometimes they give you cash. Usually get survivor points. Now, survivor points are sort of like your reputation, I think. At least that's the best way to gamify it. Because you totally lose it when you die. Sort of like, oh, you're a shitty survivor. Oh, also really cool. You do get these traps. Let's get some of these guys nearby. Come on, come this way. I'm tasty. Totally tasty. That should be close enough. Let's activate the car trap. Obviously, the sound attracts them, and it blows up and kills them, which is kind of fantastic. Now, survivor point is one of the 3 skill trees you have in the game. If you look at the top of the screen, you can see the other 2. You see a little running man symbol. That's the agility tree. And then there's a hatchet with a machete. That is the power tree. You get power by killing stuff, and you get agility by jumping around and climbing over stuff. Really straightforward. Now, depending on what you do, you unlock different things in the different trees. So it's not like you don't pick into a tree so much as you do things that benefit you in a specific tree, which is, I think, is pretty neat. Overall, I seem to have a lot more power than agility. I think that's largely due to the grappling hook. Grappling hook is really powerful, but doesn't actually give you that much agility. As well, it's goddamn grappling hook. This is not challenging at all. It's just cool as shit. If I were to avoid using the grappling hook, I would probably level up a lot faster. But really, pretty much anything you can see can climb. The only thing I've noticed you can't climb is barbed wire, which is probably fair. And it's some rock formations, I think the terrain doesn't always quite let you grab stuff properly. But the buildings and stuff are usually pretty understandable. Oh, you see a sign sticking out of a building? Probably grab onto that. Flagpole, grab onto that. Window ledge, probably grab onto that too. You don't quite have a wall run, though you do have a... Let me get a better wall. Let's see. I need a bigger... Maybe that one over there. Let's see. Is there anything... I'm trying to find a place where I can't grab onto. I think this will do. So you do have a sort of a slight wall claw that you unlock. You can also do 180s off that, jump off, and try to attach to something else. Honestly, I don't use it often because grappling hook is awesome. Somebody throwing things at me. I think one of the bandits is throwing stuff at me. Anyway, all this talk about the tech tree, I might as well show it off. Or skill tree, not tech tree. So survival rank, you get a lot of survival points for doing missions, or as well as rescuing people, or getting supply drops for the other survivors. I'm actually almost maxed out. I do a lot of missions. I like saving people, what can I say? The agility tree mostly unlocks, escaping from people who are grabbing onto you, less fall damage, drop kicking people, which you'd think that'd be a power move, but honestly, it is more for moving people around. You can try to kill people with the drop kick, but it's not that useful. It's actually one of my least favorite skill tree items because it's very unreliable. If you miss your kick slightly, you're just on the ground, prone, next to a zombie, which is generally not good. You got other stuff like Vault, which is amazing. Basically, you flip over a zombie. You know what? I'm gonna show that off, because, like I said, it is pretty awesome. Oh look, there's a bandit getting surrounded. I could help him, but honestly, he would totally turn on me, so I'll just turn on the car trap. Hey, this is a special infected. He spits shit at shit. Rather annoying, but he has really low health. Downside, though, he totally attracts other enemies. Like that guy. Which I don't really want to deal with at the moment. Oh, God. I think there's 2 of them. I totally didn't kill him, and I'm going to die. Come on, medkit. All right. Whew. Almost died there. Yeah, despite being at the end of the game, it is still fairly challenging. These guys are the virals. They're basically sort of like freshly infected humans. If they stay along, they'll eventually become the stupid type of infected that can't do anything. Explosions attract enemies, which is generally why you don't want to use a gun. Hello. As you build up your weapon, obviously your weapon gets more powerful. Like, I'm totally cutting people like butter now. I did not do that earlier in the game. When you start the game, it like does 50 damage or something stupid. Oh, fuck. Excuse me, sir. Oh, something exploded. That happens sometimes. Certain enemy types explode, which is bothersome. I'm trying to climb up here in such a way that he doesn't get to me before I get in a position to hit him, but we'll see. I think he's gonna come up. Where is he? He's totally down there. All right. Still didn't get a chance to show Vault, which is unfortunate. I don't really want to show Vault on these guys though, because they're kind of annoying. Seriously, getting 2 of them on you, they can really fuck up your day. What about the car? Maybe I can activate the car and fuck them over. Let's see if that works. Yep, fully distracted by the car. Let's go to the car and die. Thank you. Alright, that's 2 of them. Where'd he go? There he is. Alright, cool. Now let's just show off the Vault thing that I was trying to do before I got completely distracted by everything else. A lot of environmental hazards. You can start fires. Oh, there's another one. Well, anyway, that's the Vault. It's really cool on the normal zombies. It's a little less useful against the special ones, but it's pretty cool. Still can be pretty good, I guess. Also, if you look at the skill tree for Vault right now, I have Vault Stun, so when I Vault over somebody, they totally get stunned for 5 seconds, which works really well because I totally have other skills that kill people who are stunned. Notice in the agility tree, I have a bunch of other stuff I don't have unlocked yet. For example, infinite stamina. Or health regen. I don't really care for health regen. I get plenty of med packs. You can also slide tackle people and then break their legs. I don't really like using it though because, for example, if I do this, there's a little delay, and to me there's no reason to. Especially when I could just run in like this and do this. That's just the better option in my opinion. Anyway, these guys are... I can probably cut through all of them, but that's a waste of weapon durability. By the way, is a thing. Every single weapon has a set durability. Every time you swing and hit something, obviously it goes down. And you can only repair it an X number of times. In this case, this orange weapon, I can do it 4 times? I think it starts at 5 times. I think it's supposed to be a way where basically you can't use the one super weapon forever. But honestly, I don't think that's a problem, because as you level up, your weapons quickly become outclassed. At least that's what I find. Anyway, that's, for the most part, that's the agility tree, I guess. There's where ramming is. There's just this thing where you can look behind you and throw weapons. It sounds really cool, but honestly, it's not that usable. For example, if I have some sort of distraction thing, I can just throw it in front of me. If I have flares, I'll just throw it in front of me and run through it. So I don't find it that useful. And finally, on... I probably didn't actually... No, I didn't explain the survivor tree, did I? Anyway, so this is where you get the grappling hook, level 12. It is awesome. I have this thing where all my weapons are stronger due to blueprints. Basically, normally you can apply blueprints to weapons and they'll get some effects. For me, when I use a weapon with a blueprint applied, it's twice as effective, which is pretty cool. Specialists, again, blueprints will allow you to score more critical hits. This is another skill tree I found kind of useless. It's a shield master. You literally get a shield, but it's not like a shield you can run around and bash people with. You sort of stop running. But if you time it right, you can sort of deflect people. But at the end of the game, this is a free running game. And a shield, it just feels weird. It doesn't match, in my opinion. Anyway. Oh, so here are all the blueprints. I've been collecting a lot of them. Basically, if you have the stuff components, you can apply to a weapon, and the weapon will get stronger. Now, these weapons don't really compare to what I currently have, so I'm not going to waste my resources, but you can do stuff like that. They're really important. It's really how you consistently get more power out of your tools. There are also weapon upgrades, but they're a lot rarer, and they're one-time use. Blueprints, as long as you have the ingredients, you can use them forever. Now, I have camouflage. It is kind of nasty. Let me show you. Let's see. Where's a body I can use? I think I have to make a fresh one. Let me do a drop attack. Just need to murder a few of these real quick. They do have a grab attack where they'll grapple you and try to eat your face off. It is rather annoying. So this is camouflage. So I put it on myself and he totally doesn't see me anymore. Yeah. Downside, it makes the screen all blood looking, and sometimes that blood smear can be in the direct center so you can't see anything. So generally, I don't like using camouflage. It is not that cool, in my opinion. I mean, there are some missions where there were too many enemies that I used it, but for the most part, the general enemies aren't that big of a deal. Camouflage attack. Honestly, I don't know the benefit of this skill due to another skill I have in another tree. I don't think I've actually used this at all. Unless this means I can just swing wildly and it won't be a problem. But you saw the guy, I just broke his neck. That's due to an ability in another tree. We'll talk about that later. So this is how I get the exploding cars. You get to unlock it. And you can also trigger electrical fences as well as light... No, you start with light traps, which aren't very useful for the most part. Now remember when I said weapons have a set repair limit? Lucky Repair allows you to occasionally just not use up a repair. This seems to trigger fairly often. I'm guessing maybe 30 to 50% of the time. At least that's just a general feeling I have. I'm not 100% sure. Now, Nimble Hands allows you to loot bodies faster. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Barter allows you to lower the price at shops or get money back. Honestly, this is the last tree I put stuff into because money is not that big of a deal for me. I have a stupid amount of money. The most expensive weapon in the store right now is only like 20,000. It's not a big deal. Now, you can also get some blueprints where you can craft consumables like throwing stars, grenades, trap bombs. Big fan of trap bombs. In fact, you also start with other blueprints such as... Where's my Molotovs? Ah, here they are. Molotovs. Flares are not weapons. They say they're weapons, but for the most part, you just use them to distract the zombies. It doesn't work against all zombies, but works against the night zombies who are terrifying. Exploding ninja stars. You think that'd be cool, but they're not. It's a very small explosion. Throwing stars, they're okay. Grenades are pretty good. I really like the bombs. Of course, them being the final tier means they're the best. They're basically a firecracker attached to a grenade. When the firecracker goes off, it attracts the zombies because of the sound. Then the grenade explodes and does terrible things to them. It's pretty fun. You can also get... These are, of course, the lower level skills, so they're a little more plain. Get more inventory space. I totally would do this. It is highly important. Boosters, they're pretty cool. They're like, well, boosters, stat boosts. Suddenly you can run faster or not run out of stamina. They're nice to have for certain things, especially like them at night because night is terrifying. What other thing? Show off power, because I think I showed off everything agility, right? Yeah, there's grapple. Grapple is kind of awkward. It doesn't seem that useful. No, leg breaking, I don't like to do because I don't like sliding in general. It's far easier just to straight up tackle people, which is in the power tree, I think. Where was tackle? Here's tackle. Yeah. Second version is just improved tackle, basically. So here's the power tree. You have some throwing weapon stuff. Honestly, I don't use them. I do, however, throw my melee weapon. I find this hilarious because you can do stuff like throw a sledgehammer at people. There's a long windup, but it's really fucking cool. You saw earlier that giant guy I was fighting. I totally threw a sword in his head. You know, body damage does count. So hitting him in the head with a weapon like that does do more damage. And it's pretty awesome. Other stuff you get is stun kick. Normally you do have a kick. Stun kick just gives it a chance to stun. Fairly straightforward, but it's 10% chance, so it's not that reliable in my opinion. Stun kill is pretty cool, so if you're in front of an enemy who is stunned, you'll press F and it'll just instantly execute them. However, the thing I did earlier was actually not that skill. It was takedown, which is when you're behind an enemy, you can also press F and completely execute them. I think it's pretty cool. Second level of the power tree, you get stuff like power attack, which honestly isn't that great. You sort of charge up for attack, and then you swing down. For the most part, by the end of the game, your weapons do so much damage, you don't have to do that. I put points in just to see what it does, and it's kind of mediocre. Windmill is also incredibly boring. You have to use a two-handed weapon, and you turn around in a circle. Thing is, if you just slash with a one-handed weapon, you can hit multiple targets already. If you're being windmilled, that means you're completely surrounded on all sides, and you're probably in a bad position. Now, conserve weapon is kind of cool when you have shitty weapons, because, you lose durability slower. Plus, if you go down the tree, hitting the same enemy over and over gets you a damage boost. Eventually, though, your weapons do so much damage, it's not even a concern. What's a really cool ability, though, is Stomp. That's the thing where I crush their head when they're on the ground. Great with a tackle, knock them down, bust their head open. They're trying to climb up a ledge. When their head is like foot level, you can also do that. There's a ground slam attack, which is completely pointless. Honestly, all the two-handed weapons are fucking terrible. This one is incredibly bad because you have to jump off somewhere fairly high, you slam into the ground, and mostly just topples people. Doesn't actually do damage, unless you actually get the weapon on top of a target. But most importantly, it causes so much noise that it attracts virals. I might as well be using a gun. Generally, I don't like using guns. However, the skill tree is kind of weird. There's also in slam, which is basically improved ground pound. Still terrible, but drop attack is actually pretty good. Drop attack is a one-handed thing where you drop on top of the enemy that you can kill with depending on the multiplier. Kill in one attack to the head. You'll just do this really cool attack.
To remind you to not be playing heroes in the dark, huh? Get back here or find a safe house. You've got about 1 hour.
Ooh, that guy's totally being attacked. Let me go rescue them. Hello. Now, normally humans are actually pretty hard to fight, but again, beat the game, have a lot of cool shit. Let's rescue the guy who's totally under here somewhere.
Help me out, please!
There we go.
That bastard would have kicked me to death. Thank you so much.
Alright, sure. So I should get some survivor points and a reward. Pretty straightforward. I was trying to show off drop attack. I think I actually showed it off earlier, but let's see if we can get a target. So this is why I really like Vault, because you can totally vault over a target. Oh, that's not a good place though. Let me do it over here. Nope, that's not a good place either. So, getting a problem setting this up. There we go. That's drop attack. It only works if you do enough damage to instantly kill the guy. So sometimes you'll sort of awkwardly jump around and do nothing if your weapon's too low. It's sort of why I like power attack, because it totally charges up your power attack while you're doing it at the same time. So as a fail case, you can always do that instead. Oh, this is a safe house. We'll chill here for a little bit. Sort of like Far Cry 3, you do go around unlocking safe houses. There's no cars, there's no quick travel. So having safe houses is pretty important. Because a lot of you just need a break. You can run out of stamina, after all. Other stuff, and the throwing, like this is the auto lock with the throwing weapons. This one does more damage, pretty straightforward. This gives you more health. I didn't really care for that. And the final bit, that's where you get takedown, and the rest of the stuff is not that interesting. But yeah, that's skill tree. I think it's fundamentally really cool that you don't have to select a tree. You get rewarded for doing whatever you want to be doing. You do find random shops around. Usually you find them after you unlock the safe house. They just sort of show up. I don't know where they're coming from, but that's what they do. Sometimes they'll pay you extra money for special items. I didn't collect any of that, so I don't really care. Generally, like I said, I have too much cash, so whatever. These weapons aren't any good, so I guess I'll just keep holding up. Now, if you look at the weapon stats, you'll see damage, which is pretty straightforward. Durability, straightforward as well. Handling is kind of interesting, though. You'll notice this weapon has a handling of 73, while this weapon has handling of 29. Now, this is a two-handed heavy weapon, hence the handling is shorter, basically, or lower. Basically, handling is how fast you can attack. So, one with more higher handling, of course, you can attack faster. But more importantly, which is very important at the beginning of the game, higher handling means less stamina loss per swing. I mean, this is late game, so I can pretty much swing forever. Oh, there's my stamina bar. So you notice it's sort of a slow going way. You also have a separate stamina bar for your agility, so you can also run out of stamina running around a bunch. Grappling hook does not take stamina for the most part, so that's pretty cool. But that's basically how the general stuff works. Now, you notice there's a clock over here. At around, I think, 9 p.m., it becomes night, and a lot of Terrible comes out. Let's see if we can warp tonight real quick. Let's see, there should be a bed here. Let's turn on the flashlight, because we'll probably need it, because it is, they totally will do dark as dicks here if they want to. So it's important to have a flashlight. And at night, your points gain double, because night is more terrifying. Now let's see if I can find something horrible out here. Now the normal enemies have a chance to sort of transform into the virals, which is obviously fucking terrifying. But there should be a third type of enemy called the volatiles. I'm not sure how often they're around, but we'll see. Now, on the minimap, you can sort of see the special infected. They have the little gray icon. I want to see if I can get spotted by one of them and see what happens. Yeah, there's totally one over there. I only want to be spotted by one, really. Ooh, grab it onto a ledge real quick. I think he sees me. See that thing? That is a volatile. They are really tough to fight. If I think I got attacked by 2 of them, I would probably run instead of actually fighting them. Admittedly, this is the second part of the game, so it's actually easier to avoid them. At least they don't seem to notice me as quickly. I mean, I could probably drop down on the ground, but I don't want to. In the first area of the game, the slum, the buildings aren't as tall, so I think they have an easier time spotting you. Honestly, I don't want to fight them. They are fucking frightening, and they have a grab attack that can totally one-shot you no matter what level you're at. So
On a deal.
let's not do it. How did you get in this house? Anyway, we're not going to fight them at night. I think that is terrible. I will do a quick side mission just to show off what's going on. Notice I got a bunch of survival points for surviving the night, because night's terrible. Current quest was something about getting herbs at night. I don't want to do that. But let's do this one instead. Basically, I went to some safe house and found some random kid. And somebody said, oh, he had this note. Maybe you should go over see what's going on where he lived. Not quite sure what's going to happen there, so this will be new to me as well. Now, the grappling hook is not infinite use. If you look in the bottom left, you can see the grappling hook. Every time you use it, it sort of goes on, not a cooldown per se, but it has a... Because you can still use it as long as the bar has value, but if I use it too much in succession, it goes on red, and now it is a cooldown. You can sort of hear the line winding up. And at this point, you can't use it. Oh, we heard something. Oh, that's a dude. Yeah, I'm not worried about him. Again, totally a bandit, and I don't care. Grappling hook is pretty useful in this case, though. Let me do the car trap real quick. I think this will make it easier for me to get across. Let's do another car trap. Alright. Car trap does distract him for a little bit, so that should be good. Fortunately, nothing got close enough for me to kill that time. Now, body parts are super important, so knowing how to cut off people's head, kind of useful. Which I find it really interesting, because that's really something you worry more about in, like, you know, a shooter. But doing body damage is just really important in this game, and I find it really interesting. I think I remember reading some reviews saying they were unimpressed by the comments because it was uninspired. I don't know, maybe I should have played Dead Island, Techland's previous game, and then I wouldn't be as impressed by it, but fundamentally, I think it's really fucking good. Hello. Let me see if I can drop kick him off. Again, drop kick isn't really useful. That's not a drop kick. That's not a drop kick either. Keep fucking it up. Oh well. I think I see some. Oh, there's a couple bandits here. Whatever, I just need to get over there. Anyway, where is this bandit? You see? I don't know where he is. Anyway, let's keep on going. Now, if I were to knock somebody off, or one of these zombies off with drop kick or whatever, I do get power bonus. I get agility for the initial kick, so it's kind of weird how all that stuff divides out. A lot of times killing people will give you both agility and power. You'll find random shops all over the place. Of course, you'll also find random zombies. There are a lot worse zombies than what you've seen so far, but, you know, I'd rather not fight them. Actually, no wait. Oh, I totally did show you the Demolisher. I threw a sword in his fucking head. Yeah, those are pretty bad, as well as the volatiles. I guess I didn't show you me fighting a volatile, but that's because I don't want to fight a volatile. Ever. Oh, this is totally one guy getting attacked by a bunch of zombies. Again, not supposed to be able to cut through zombies this quickly, and you definitely have that problem a lot in the beginning of the game. I was actually playing with a bunch of other...
If you hadn't come, we'd have been dinner.
I was actually playing with co-op. It does 4-player co-op, drop in, drop out. It's really good, actually. If you start a mission that somebody else doesn't have yet, well, story quests, they have to do themselves in their own saves, usually. Oh, there's a big guy. Let's go save these guys. There's actually 2 of them. I don't really want to use a gun because it attracts a lot of problems. Oh, got him in the head. Let's get the other guy. This is a more normal big enemy. It's not as bad. Totally drops a rebar. Let me try to get... Nope. Come on, give me back my sword. There we go.
Thank you for coming to our aid.
One of them totally's died. That sound usually means you've attracted virals, which is a problem. Oh, the rebar is kind of cool. It's actually very early starting two-handed weapon. It totally one-shots most zombies, but notice it has a durability of, or handling of 1. Generally makes it a kind of an ineffective weapon. So for example, even though I'm pretty much maxed out, even with this weapon, single swing that almost takes out all my stamina.
Hey, friend. Over here.
And to try to throw it, it has such a large windup. Let me find a target that I actually want to hit. Who do I want to hit with a giant rebar? That guy over there. Or that chick over there. Hello! Long windup to pick it up and to throw it because of the handling. Which is, to be fair, kind of expected. I'm not going to pick it up because it's kind of a worthless weapon now. And the rebar only actually does 200 damage. My current weapon does like 1300. And I still have a shotgun. Now, my complaint about the gunplay is mostly just... Honestly, it's mostly sticking to terrain. Everything else about them feel pretty good. The damage feels worthwhile. The aiming feels alright with the crosshair. I guess it's not as special as the melee combat to me, so it's not as interesting, but it's not bad. Anyway, this quest is totally to check out where this kid used to live and see what's going on. I apparently think something's like his brother or something might be here or something. You might just notice occasionally there's this sort of wave that pulses out for me. That's your survivor sense. It can often tell you where you have to go, what items you can collect, what things you can interact with. I find it pretty useful. Let's go inside here. Recorder, okay. And it's dark as dicks in here. Flashlights are rather important. Now they do a coloring system for loot. You know, gold, am I going up or down? Ah, going up. So white is normal, orange is really fucking good. So generally I don't really care about the white items anymore. I could probably explore most of these places, but not overly concerned. Anyway, I think this is where I had to be. See what's going on here. Wait, am I going in this? No, it's below. Alright, totally on the wrong floor. Now, I generally don't like scary games, and this game still honestly freaks me the fuck out. Hopefully you can see that by the way I check around every single goddamn corner, because you can totally get ambushed that way. What's going on here? So far it's been fairly normal.
Let's see what this says.
So what says? What?
Detective Julie and his assistant begin their search for the missing person of Dolma Street. Oh, come on, you have to help me. Dad's been out all day. Come on, we're going to find him. The missing person of interest went out very normally to get some food, only to become missing under mysterious circumstances. Detectives Mike and Tom Dooley are sent to look for clues in the other apartments.
Other apartments.
All right, boys, you were playing detective. What happened next?
Okay. Find clues. All right. Okay. Nothing here, I guess. Did my thing go away? Oh, it's totally supposed to be like a detective thing right now. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Search the other apartments. I want to search the one up there. It seems to have something orange, which could be, you know, important or terrible.
Flat number 3 is locked. Maybe the strange man who lives there has seen something, or maybe he saw too much. We will interrogate him later. Hey, where are you going? Wait for me! Detective Julie's partner has left the area of investigation, no doubt in pursuit of some clue. It appears that he's gone down to the basement. I'm following his lead now.
Can I go to the basement? I guess so. This is creeping me out. It bothers me because there's no mini-map right now. This mini-map gives you a lot of information about special infected and stuff. Actually, I haven't seen a mission that does this camera thing before. Pretty neat, because it totally is not telling me where I need to go anymore. Which, kind of bothers me. Is this the basement? I would think this is the basement. Surely this is the basement, right?
Okay, what now?
Detective Julie reporting. I'm check the trace. Mike, are you here? Mike, is that you?
The weirdest part is I totally don't have my weapons, which bug me. That looks normal. Close that. That looks normal. Okay. I don't like this at all. Just totally a door handprint. Bloody hand. Uh-oh. What's that? Search apartment 3 for the keys. Okay. Oh, these are storage areas for each apartment. I see. Search apartment 3. Which one is apartment 3? I assume that's the super. Apartment 3 would be... That's 1. I see. That's the creepy dude's house. What's going on here? Well, if I'm looking for keys, I gotta open some of this stuff. Cookies. Yay! You totally will eat any food that you find, which... I'm not sure that's a great idea in a zombie apocalypse, but whatever. Oh, basement keys, duh. Ooh, medkit. Nice. Totally taking that. Fucking hell. I can only assume something terrible is gonna happen. And I'm not gonna have my weapon. That's gonna freak me out. Can I switch? You know what, just in case, I'm switching to shotgun. I know I don't have the weapon out, but I'm gonna switch to shotgun anyway, just in case.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that kid's dead.
Mike! 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 Mike!
And that was Mike.
Where's... Oh, Mike was a dog. I probably... Oh, fuck. You're the motherfucker that fucked it up. Fucking... Why are you not dead? It's a shotgun. Oh my god, what the fuck is this guy? There we go. Okay.
Case closed.
Yeah. Oh, also, you find blueprints sometimes when you do stuff. Usually a good idea to look around. But, fucking cats? This is probably why he killed the dog. He's a cat person. Fucking asshole. Sorry, I don't like cats. Anyway, yeah. That's sort of like, what a side quest is in this game. Actually, this was a fairly special one because that creeped the shit out of me. I'm gonna go back to the kid and, see what's going on. So what's that blueprint? What did I get? God hammer. Oh, shit. Oh, it's fantastic for... Oh, actually, there are some one-handed weapons in there, too. Okay, that's not too bad. Like I said, I don't like two-handed weapons. They're kind of worthless. But I don't think there's any good hammers at this point of the game. Anyway, how do I get out of here? Wait, what? I'm trying to figure out how the mini-map's working, but it's confusing me. This is the way out, right? Oh, yeah, this is. Alright, so they, Oh, I'm glad it was a dog and not, like, you know, 12-year-old. But, there are totally zombie 12-year-olds in this game. And they are the worst thing ever. That's not a lie. They fucking suck. I don't really want to reveal those two because, like, they exist. And, when you fight them, you'll probably be scared shitless. So, good luck with that. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to finish off the mission and, that's pretty much what Dying Light's about. I already pretty much hit on the parts that I don't like. Some of the skill trees is kind of worthless. But really, that's a really minor concern. Oh yeah, and some of the weapon upgrades, like, you're not going to be able to keep a weapon for very long, not due to any of the mechanics, just due to the fact that the damage is going to go up so quickly. So, I don't know, some of that part doesn't seem quite balanced. Honestly, I've only had one weapon ran out of durability, and that's when I started the game. Ever since then, I've just had too much goddamn money, and just a lot of stuff in general. I do really wish the two-handed weapons were better. I wish some of the skills were better, but... Oh god. That was a mistake. That may attract attention. But outside of that, I think the parkour is great. It feels very natural to me. Like what I can and cannot grab. The grappling hook is awesome. Oh, may have broken my leg because I didn't look down before I jumped. Unfortunate. Like I said, when you die, you lose survivor points, which is why I think it's your reputation. I mean, clearly, if you died, you're not a good survivor.
Yeah, I've got a special deal for you.
Let me sell some of this. That's some extra crap, I think. Still nothing worth buying. Okay, whatever. Anyway, I just want to finish off the mission so you can sort of see how they do storytelling in this game. Oh, another cool thing about how they do storytelling. Occasionally, when you run around, there are totally going to be sort of random story elements. Survivors that tell you about what happened in the city before you got here. Like about the Olympics that was about to happen. Totally had a guy from a PR firm trying to figure out how could he spin this. Oh, also, totally zip lines. Because zip lines are awesome. Oh, some guy getting attacked again. Let's see, where is he? No. Where is this guy? Oh, here he is. This guy used to be a cop. It happens. Fucked up town.
I'm in your debt, my friend.
He gave him some cash, which honestly is not what I care for, but survivor points are good. Anyway, let's at least we brought Mike's collar. I'm assuming it's worth something.
You're back. Did you find Mike?
Mike was his dog. He's dead. And so is his father. It wasn't even the infected, it was just some twisted creep.
This place is too much for people. Listen, Crane. These are the keys to the museum storage. There's a lot of weapons from all different times. Maybe you'll find something useful there.
Thanks, Tariq. Hey, but there's something else I want from you.
Sure, anything.
You said you're not good with kids?
No, not really.
Well, get good.
I will try. I give you my word.
Can I give you back the dog collar? I want to give you the dog collar. I grabbed it for a reason, dude. No? Oh. Yeah, it's actually not in my inventory. I'm not really sure what happened to it. Because I think it totally allowed me to grab the dog collar. Oh, maybe I was just investigating the name and say, oh, he's totally Mike. Anyway, this was Dying Light. I thought Techland might have made another messed up game like Dead Island. I've only heard mixed things about that, but I pretty much like everything about this game. Very well polished. All my concerns are fairly minor, and it's a lot of fun. And, you know, what else do you want from your game? I do like the storyline, even though I didn't really show it to you. The way they tell stories is pretty good. And, yeah, if you can get this on sale, totally buy it. If you're worried it's not worth 60 bucks, I think it is. Here, the DLC is kind of not worth it, though, so keep that in mind. I think it's like random clothing, horde mode, and like 2 missions or something like that. Honestly, I don't think that's necessary. But, yeah, totally worth the 60 bucks for me. Anyway, though, that's it for me. Hope you liked this video, and we'll be back next time. Of course, thank you very much for watching.